Today, let's read together Psalm 12. See what is the true state of humankind and today's society. Let's hear David's word in Psalm 12 and compare with many preachers' words today. And let's remember the Bible is God-inspired, but those preachers' words, they're yet to be verified, to say the least. Let's be generous with our assumptions of their godliness. So let's look at Psalm 12. Psalm 12, New King James Version, man's treachery and God's constancy. This is the title given by the translator. Here comes the psalm. To the chief musician on the 8-stringed harp, a psalm of David. You just look at this one title of the psalm. You compare today's music industry, the lyrics, the melody, the whole inclination of music industry, including Christian music. You compare with David's word in this psalm. It's also a song, actually. It's supposed to be played on the 8-stringed harp. I suppose that means his words in this psalm is best appreciated, understood, received on certain kind of music. But let's see the words, because we have no idea. I mean, at least I have no idea what a 8-stringed harp is like. Maybe slow, maybe melancholy, maybe sorrowful, maybe joyful. But let's read the words of this psalm. Help, Lord, for the godly man ceases, for the faithful disappear among the sons of men. They speak idly, everyone with his neighbor, with flattering lips and a double heart they speak. May the Lord cut off all flattering lips and the tongue that speaks proud things, who have said, with our tongue we will prevail. Our lips are our own. Who is Lord over us? For the oppression of the poor, for the sighing of the needy, none I will arise, says Lord. I will set him in the safety for which he yearns. The words of the Lord are pure words, like silver tried in the furnace of earth, purified 7 times. You shall keep them, O Lord. You shall preserve them from this generation forever. The wicked prowl on every side, when vileness is exalted among the sons of men. Guys, I really encourage all of us read this psalm sometimes when we are inundated with all the good words, all the encouraging words towards humankind. Maybe you are addicted to those beautiful words. speaking in a comforting voice, and your day cannot start well without those kind of message. Let's just look at one verse of what David says. It says, verse 4, those false preachers, what they say? They say, with our tongue we will prevail. Our lips are our own. Who is Lord over us? This speaks a lot to the so-called word of faith movement. Basically, they are telling believers, your lips, your words have power. And you, the Lord, you are the Lord in your life. You can speak whatever you desire, whatever you wish for, and it will be done for you. And they say, God, through Jesus' blood, God, through his son's death and resurrection, have given you this power. But now you have this power and you live according to your desire. How many of the prosperity gospel preachers remind the believers to turn back, to surrender our lips, our words to the Lord? Let's hear what this first verse said again. It reminds us so much about this word of faith movement and confession, positive confession kind of thing. Verse 4, who have said, with our tongue we will prevail. Our lips are our own. Who is Lord over us? Does it ring a bell? Remind you of someone, something they teach? Does it remind us of ourselves? My words are my own. Who is Lord over us? I shall declare a word, I shall decree, and it shall be done. Let's hear what the Lord says. Continue in verse 5. The Lord himself said this, for the oppression of the poor, for the sighing of the needy, none I will arise, says the Lord. I will set him in the safety for which he yearns. And if you see the Christianity, especially Protestant churches landscape today, again, my experience, personal experience, is rather limited. Even my reading is not that much. But I can safely say they have more or less forsaken the poor. They have stopped looking after the poor, but rather they are pursuing the middle class. The rich ones they cannot touch because those ones, they know the game. But these false preachers, they go after the middle class, even the poor, telling them a false message, which is not helping the poor, which is leading the poor to worse despair. And the poor is yearning for some safety. The poor is yearning for some help. And finally, the Lord himself say, for the sake of the needy, for the cry of the poor, I will arise myself. And this is a message for this generation. Any of you still stuck in this self-centered, self-ambitious, positive conversion, my tongue is my own, who is Lord over us kind of doctrine, kind of life? Please hear what the Lord is saying. The Lord himself will arise and place the needy and the poor in a safety they yearn. Guys, Many of us, we are the poor and needy ones. And if we listen to the false teachers year after year, week after week, but we know there's no safety, no peace. But when the Lord arises, when we turn from these false teachers, we turn to the Lord, cry out day and night for truth. We ask the Lord, is this a message you have for me today? Do you really care for the poor in this generation? We have to be honest enough to make such prayers, guys. Majority of the population, even in a prosperous country like Singapore, actually are poor. Nearly everyone knows the fact today that 10% of the population controls 90% of the wealth in this whole world, and 90% of the people live on less than 10% of the wealth. And many of the listeners of those false preachers, they themselves actually are the poor ones. Yet somehow they're misled to listen to false preachers instead of turning to the Lord Himself, crying out to Him day and night. Guys, there's no help, no real help in this world, neither from your friends nor from your preachers. But there is help in the Lord. Turn to Him today. He is the one who always has the needy and the poor in His heart. Psalm 12 tells us this. I would rather believe what David said in Psalm 12, being a part of the inspired word, than those false preachers. Thank you for listening, and God bless us all.